Hello, so I finally got a plan and pulled the fabrics that I think I'm going with, but I might change, or I might just make two. In fact, what I was wondering about was making maybe a little project bag with one of the birds, which could be a plan. So I've gone with the woodpecker because we've got lots of woodpeckers here where I live. We're back onto a woods, and boy, they're noisy sometimes. So it's not a downy woodpecker. So what I'm planning on doing is trimming out the woodpecker, using the words and building a nest around him. So he's come from the same piece of fabric that I've been using, the one with all the birds on, which is Riley Blake, and it's part of the art journal collection. There are two different art journal collections I've found. I found another one which is actually sewing, so I'm going to go and explore that. So UK people, they're in So Hot. Yeah, but let me get there first. I'll order before I post a video. There's a plan. So this is the background square that I worked on last time, and I'm going to build up on here. So what I think I'm going to do is have a background of script on there. I might leave the selvage because I might pop the word, when I cut the word woodpecker out, I might kind of mat and layer it and have it on the side. I don't know what that would look like, but the woodpecker's going to come down. I'm going to trim him. Not quite sure how much of him I'll trim off, but quite a bit I want to go. I want the blue, and then I want to build up a nest underneath him. So nest wise, I've just hidden everything, trying to be tidy. Oh, there we go. I think I'm going to use twines, not sure which one yet. This is my favourite. Tend to use that on a lot of projects, and then I've got a lighter one, and then I actually found this as well. I think this was in a Christmas wrapping selection thing, so I could unpick some of that and use those. They're a little bit finer, and I think that they would work colour wise. I might even use a selection, I don't know. We'll get him cut out and stitched down and then see. So whilst I was looking for those, I found another thread, and this is a really gorgeous colour. I don't know where it's from. It must have come in a package with something else, and it's an anchor thread, and it's 1355. But the reason I left it out was it's kind of all the, I don't know, it's a really good colour for doing blue tits and birds and gardens, because it's blues and greens and yellows, and I just thought it's quite, it's quite a good match for stitching anything in with this one. So that was why that was still out there. The other thing that I found with all these little snippets of fabrics was this chap, and he's out of one of the Kathy Holden fabrics that I shared earlier on, and he's a woodpecker, I think. If he's not, he's a lookalike. And I quite like him. The only reason I'm hesitant is it's very vintage looking, and even though I'm a vintage girl, this book, I wanted to kind of keep it quite light. So he's possibly going to be a project bag, and I've got lots of bits of fabric that will coordinate, so I can make, bits and pieces to go on there. Suffolk puffs or, other things. And those fabrics they all kind of go. So I'm wondering about doing a project bag with those. So that was my thinking behind there. Then this little nest, this was in I think it was a Facebook bag, great big bag, carrier bag of leftover threads. But I mean, there was just all sorts in it. There were new threads in it, old leftover threads, and they're just brilliant for doing something like this. I found this one as well. This is another piece of fabric, and that's got quite a few nice reds in there, so I thought they could be Suffolk punches. Yeah, they are Suffolk punches, aren't they? I was thinking that sounded like a drink. Possibly is. So yeah, that's where I'm heading. And the background is this one. And again, this is a Kathy Holden by Moda, and it's Flea Market Fresh. It's another great one. So yeah, I pulled this out, and this is just going over the back of a chair. Oh, let's undo it. Can't show you the whole thing, I've not got very much space. So it kind of folds out, it goes over the back of your chair, but I'd wondered about folding the lace, and then I thought, oh no, that's quite long. So what about if we open it out and then fold it up, and that would give me two pockets, and then fold it in half, and that's the start. So I'd have 2 pockets on the inside. In fact, I could even sew down there and make it 1, 2, and then 1 big pocket, and then I could have, you know, build up something on this side with him, which I think would be quite cool, because that would be big enough to take a 6-inch hoop, I would imagine. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's 8 inches. So yeah, that'd be quite good for doing a project bag that would fit anything in, really, with a little hoop to go with. So that's my plan. It might change, because it does sometimes, and I've been having I went down another rabbit hole. I found a YouTube with a lady making handmade paper, and I thought, I'll just have a go at that in between. So that's what I've been up to this weekend. And this was just a piece of tissue paper, something had come in, and some of the embroidery threads just swirled around and sandwiched in between. Now, I didn't follow her process for the glue. I just used good old Scotch and was very careful about it. And yeah, I quite like that. So somewhere in one of my journals, I'm going to have some textured papers in there, handmade, which I've not done before. Okie dokie. I'm going to crack on, and the sun is shining here in North Wales, and I'm going to make the most of it. This could be our summer day. Okie dokie. See you all soon. Bye.